Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome on this one. This is the final entry for my last video. I took my kids for their regular haircuts. For the young men in this fully packed salon, the conversation was just only on Davido. You will be amazed how people know so little and yet will say a lot about someone. I understand idling away and gossiping here and there, but not for the whole day, talking trash about what we know nothing on. Here is something I have for you to talk about. Pottery. Can the conversation shift? Can we shift our ideologies and mentalities towards building and enhancing the crafts that we have right around us? Please take a listen to this video and let's get to work. This is not the time to keep doing what we've always done. We go borrowing, like we know our country goes borrowing every year. We make a gigantic budget and then we go to borrow. This is the time to look inwards. Can we stop every other thing we've always done and then look inwards? We have a lot of creatives right now. We know that Angola has surpassed Nigeria when it comes to oil production. We know that Nigerians crude, half of it is stolen. We are not even ready to have that conversation, so we can't keep depending only on crude production. The economy is running thin. This is time to look into human capabilities, what we can do, make use of the creatives we have here. Nigeria is blessed, and when I say blessed, I mean natural resources, human resources. I know maybe that's not the word for it, but yeah, when I say human resources, I mean our creatives, Obonge, who are yearning to work. In fact, one thing that united us right in the olden days is, one of them is pottery. Beautiful thing, like I was saying, is that no two designs are ever the same. No two designs are ever the same. The young man I was using as an example, Clay of Lagos, he molds these pots, right? And then why am I smiling? Because it's funny, he's the only one who molds a pot and then puts a dent to it, so his pots do not come rounded. And then Cherrykemi, I will also put some of her works. Her own, she goes crazy. Sometimes she will make a big urn and then she'll put holes in it. If you have seen her on TikTok or if you follow her on Instagram, you know what I'm saying. She's also the only person who I've seen that pounds her mud, and I'm going to put pictures. This brings smiles to my face. She's the only one who pounds her mud. You know, when you get this mud, you're supposed to sieve it. Not every clay sand, not every clay soil is good for pottery. So you know your clay, you know your mud. So you get your mud, you remove debris. She pounds her own. We'll talk about a proper Yoruba woman. And yeah, that is it. My point is, let's not look away from these things. Like I was saying, some skills do not just come naturally. Some skills you have to go to learn. So let's say you're going to learn this skill. It takes money to take your time, and it will take money. So it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Let me not even try to butter the talk or sugarcoat anything. It's not an easy one, but it's something that over time will benefit you. Even in old age, you find that your memory is still working, because we know that the highest cost for dementia and Alzheimer's and all of that is, you are getting old. They have to go old age, but you're still up and doing. Your brain is still working. Your muscle is, you're flexing your muscles. You're moving here and there. Not anything to bring discomfort, but you're still using your vitals, and and yeah, the activity is still going, and so it keeps you abreast, it keeps you on top of your game, especially as you age. But I want us to talk about something. I want us to remember, because I've taken us through how pottery united all of us across Nigeria. Even the outside mention our beautiful northerners. Yes, We know the popular of something wall in Kaduna. Let me not say what I don't know. I'll find it and put it somewhere on the screen. It was made with mud and so many other elements. That wall still stands today. We know the benefits of drinking from the Udu. We know the big pot. If your grandmother did not have that pot, I'm sorry, you missed a little leko thing of about drinking from a pot of clay. The water, the temperature is always right. The water has this pristine taste. I remember my grandmother's Udu. Anytime you come to visit her, she will tell you, go and you say you want to drink, coming from the scorching sun. The first thing she will tell you, because she was a midwife, the first thing she will tell you is, hey, go to my kitchen, take water from the Udu. And it was always a pleasure because that water had, like I said, pristine, beautiful, sparkling. Water, no, they beautiful, but allow me to say beautiful. The taste amazing. What am I even saying? There's Ibuku knock pottery. We still study about it. I think primary schools still talk about these things in primary schools. It's in one of our history classes. They talk about it. Some of the things, some of the figurines and artifacts that we made from mud is still there. I know something like that should be in Yoruba land in the West, because Ladi, the lady on 20 naira, she is from Kwara State, meaning the production of pottery, it's a normal thing. So they have their own, in their own design, and then we have Edo. I know you must have come across the Edo artworks, the Edo artifacts that were taken and stolen by our colonial masters. Luckily, some of them are being retrieved. I'll look for 1 or 2 articles on it to put on the screen so that I will have proof of what I'm saying. Some of them are being retrieved and brought back to us here in Nigeria. I want to also touch on the part that I've said that, yes, when it comes to going into pottery, it's expensive. Yes, when you're dealing with mud and the sand and everything, of course, you know you have to wear your face masks, because every minute your nose is dealing with tiny particles of dust, and over time it will not do so well in your lungs. If you don't want to deal with the particles and the dirt mixing up with the air, you can go right out to buy your mud already made. I think that's how most of these foreign potters do it. See, I can sit here and talk and do my hands like this. In fact, and when I say this, I know it is not easy. You know, when something has not crossed border, we don't regard it. We know, remember when before Burna Boy, them, Djakoukassi, them, all of them, when they've not crossed border, nobody bothered, right? But when they started garnering that international recognition, everybody's attention fell on them, right? Please consider doing some of these things I've talked about. Consider, especially not just because of the monetary value, but because of the passion that you've created around it, because you have the affinity for it, the passion, yes. And then if you pursue it further, you will see that it's worthwhile. This is not a time to single out your child and say it must be this particular way. And so I'm encouraging parents. The aim is for us to train a child who would come out to fit into the society any which way. If medicine and law no work, the other one will be there to open up doors for him. So finally, I would want to say that after I did a video on recycling, yes, we've also talked about recycling. After I did a video on recycling, I still have a lot more to talk on. More recycling, it's not what we will sit on now, and not recycling is another gold mine on its own. But hey, I picked interest, meaning I've seen where my niche is. I saw something that moved me way more than I expected, and I've picked recycling as one, and I'm learning. I'm going into it. I'm learning as much as I can. I'm doing a lot as I can for the environment, because hey, that video on recycling, Baba, leave am. That video opened my eyes, not just for the gains, but for what it will do for us as individuals, as human beings, and the disadvantage all these plastics and things are bringing to our environment without our knowing it. Whatever that you have been blessed with, what you know that your hands can do,
can we not forget about it and sit down and rely on Obiezo Okeke? Whoever that is. Hey, I have to end this video here. Thank you so much if you have watched up to this point. And I know my videos sometimes are usually everywhere, but if you listen down, you go hear within the message be. On this one, as I bring out some of these videos, your interest might not be on pottery, your interest might not be on animation, your interest might not be on recycling, your interest might not be on photography, your interest might not be on some of the other ones I've talked about. Yes, but as I am listing all these videos, one must catch your eye. One, like I said, recycling has caught my eye. And yes, I'll be updating us on this one. We're a family, so yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll be updating us. But if one catches your eye and you've seen your younger ones showing interest in these aspects, don't hold them back. Find ways to help them learn these things. I pray and hope that somehow along the line, some of these things, we try to get them correctly and bring it here. Show us your creativity. Splatter it everywhere, and you will see wonders coming to your doorstep to knock and say, hello, we see you, we recognize you, we are in love with what you've done. Thank you so much. Until the next one, God bless you. Stay blessed. I hope my eye did not scare you to, but hey, I removed the goggles so that we can have better conversation. Until the next one, I love you guys. Stay blessed. If you want us to talk about anything, else, please list it, write it in the comment section. I love to delve into the comment section and finish up the conversation there. Thank you so much. Until the next one, stay blessed.